Hello, today I'm going to be talking about Wisp, which is Scala Plotting. We leveraged the power and flexibility of your browser using Highcharts, a JavaScript plotting library, from the Scala console or from your Scala code. So what I've done is I've started a Scala console in my Wisp project, and what I'm going to do now is import the Wisp library for Highcharts. So that looks like this. Now this is going to expose all sorts of methods that'll have a bunch of plotting functionality. So we can see the basics by typing help, and a bunch of information comes up. So we have several different plot types, which are over here, and these are going to be the basics, which correspond to the Highcharts basics. We can make several stylistic changes to those things, and we'll have some controls around our plotting utility overall. And this is really the basics for exposing that sort of like MATLAB at your fingertips feel that you have in R and Python and MATLAB and all that kind of stuff, but from Scala. And we're using your browser to get sort of better visualizations than you get with some of the more legacy style Java tools like JFreeChart and some of the other stuff that's out there. So let's go ahead and try to plot one of these things, so like a simple line chart from 0 to 10. So we go ahead and click that, and it pops up for us in the browser a line chart from 0 to 10, which is fantastic. So let's just take a look at a few others. So we can look at a pie chart. There are some values up there. It'll build the little circle for us. Or we can do something more complicated, like an area spline, which will be smoothed and also shaded in the area underneath. So something like that, and we get a nice little curve, which is real fun. What else? So then we can also update the style. So let's say we have two bar charts, maybe one from incrementing, like so. And now we use that hold, which is the keyword for I'm going to plot something on the same actual chart. And maybe we want to go, the other direction. So we plot something else, and now they've appeared over here on the same chart, and we can do something like stack those two dudes together. So we can now either normal stacking or percentage-based stacking. Let's go ahead and see percentage. They should all add up to 1, which is perfect. So you get something like that. Let's say we want to do a bunch of more stylings. Suppose we're selling something like blue shoes and black shoes. So let's make a legend of blue and black. Let's have the title be shoe inventory, perhaps, and our x-axis, which will actually be the left axis on a bar chart. Let's say that that's the inventory, or maybe sizes. Ooh, that's a good one. The sizes of the shoes, and the y-axis can be the inventory. Boom. Yeah, so now we have sort of like a full-featured plot. It's got multiple series on it. It has the title, axis labeled, legend, all that good stuff. And you might also see here that I've been returning these Highcharts objects. So each thing is actually the sort of Highchart object, which has a lot more features besides just the basics that I'm showing you here. And we can plot any sort of Highchart directly, such as the one I just returned. And I defer to the Highcharts. Whoa, that was crazy, because I just plotted it on itself, so it was extra crazy. And I defer to the Highcharts API as to how to do that, to sort of see everything that's available in Highcharts. So yeah, I just made an accident there, and I actually want to undo it, so I can go ahead and do that. Or if I decided that was really pretty, should be able to redo it, and there it is back again. Or suppose I don't want any of that stuff at all. I decided to delete the entire thing. Now it's gone. Sad times. So now I can unhold, and that will also plot it on a new graph. And let's try to do something fancier. So besides just sort of the out-of-the-box examples, we can do something like have more custom charts. So my favorite custom chart is called regression, and what it does is it calculates a regression and displays it for it. So let's do something a little more interesting, and let's call 0 to 100 and give them a little bit of a random value around it and see what pops out. So we see all our data points in blue and the regression line in black, which is defined here. Ooh, I turned it off. Which is defined here, and we even see our r squared value up there as the title. So that's all real fun as well. And I should highlight that the input to the plotting methods is not just iterables. We can do fancier stuff. So let's say we can do, for example, 0 to 10, comma, and let's actually go ahead and define a function from int to int, and let's go ahead and square those guys. And we should be able to type something like this. Oh no, no. Well, clearly I don't know how that, well, I don't know the syntax. So let's go ahead and define it manually because I do know this syntax. Go ahead and define a function f, and then we can do something like 0 to 10 and f, the application of f. And we get something out like that, which is great. And then when we get bored, we can go ahead and do something like delete all, clear the whole screen, stop our server, which will turn the whole thing off. Oh, the web page is not available. And that's sort of it. So yeah, this is in the alpha stage. Ultimately, I'd like to support, in addition to Highcharts, some technologies like D3 and Vega, which is a grammar on top of D3. There's definitely lots to do. Feel free to contact me at austin@quantifime.com or reach out on the Wisp GitHub page. Feel free to file an issue or a pull request even if you're feeling adventurous. I should have some links up on the screen. Thanks so much for watching.